Alright, you might hear Corey chewing in the background. He said bad luck. Since it's only for us guys. Righto, so part 2 of this is putting together the stream PC. Obviously I've already had to install OBS, but this is vanilla OBS. It's got none of the NDI stuff on it. So hopefully you guys are right with installing OBS. Let me get back to a desktop. So, for the stream PC, we need all this bullshit here. So we've got OBS already. So we're going to go ahead and install the OBS NDI plugin, which might make me restart OBS on some stupid page or whatever. So it should pull the latest of each package. So we just, this folder already exists. Is this okay? And just click yes and go ahead. So here we go. Alright, so I'm going to disappear for a second when I do this, so I'll be back. Hooray! Actually, we won't close it, we'll do it fresh. Oh, that's not going to let us, so let me just go ahead and install this. I'll be back in a jiffy. Alright, so here's hoping I haven't had to kill the Facebook stream and start again. Looks like we might be good. Are we good? Come on. Yay, we're good. Alright, so I've installed NDI. And if I can fire another OBS process here, you'll see what you see because we haven't done everything. You get this little window here saying NDI runtime not found, so that's what our next little package is over here, the NDI runtime. So that's this NDI redistributable. Close this version. So just here. That's currently not listed on my little list. I'll fix that up. But anyway, here's the NDI redistributable. We just go through this. Again, this one's a basic installer. There's not really any options from memory. And now if we fire up an OBS instance, so that we aren't going mad trying to... version 3. Alright, well, let's just follow the bouncing ball for a moment. In case it's a new one. May very well be a new one. There it is. Brand new version. So I'd imagine this one should just install straight up. I'm just going to close this. Then a little redistributable package that that it uses and accesses to be able to do what it does. Discord. No, is that where we're up to? No, we're not. We're up to the browser overlay and live timing. So that's the same as the last one. We're just going to copy these directly, like so, straight into program files. Oh, really? Oh, I've got another copy of them a lot closer. Browser apps. Live timing. Come on. That's annoying. Anyway, we'll grab a copy of that one. And it's the same thing for the live timing folder. I'm not going to wait for them to come from OneDrive right now. Alright, so we're just going to pin a copy of that one. Again, it's the server program here, server X here. We're going to pin that to the taskbar. I'm going to make a shortcut for that on the desktop because you need to check the updates for it occasionally. And we're going to start him up. So that's browser apps. Live timing I'll fix offline and then come back to it because that's all fine. We just don't need to waste time showing you here as well. So ATVO is just it's actually made for doing iRacing overlays, but it's got a handy remote control that I use, and I'd suggest you install it and just have it sitting there because it's a nice easy way to control the sim without having to use the user interface. So that's a pretty simple install of that one. Away we go. The VB audio cable, so here we go again with VB audio. So right click X64 and run as admin as we found. So this one again will need a restart, but so will a couple of things. So we just install the driver there, there's the reboot, and they love us, so away we go, give us some money, that's what that's all about. Then we're going to do trading paints again. So I've had all of these installed before, so all of my options are already coming back for a lot of this stuff, but again, just make sure that you basically tick all of the boxes there that are available, forget the bottom one and close it. That'll make sure it starts up and everything. Songify. Songify will just be in a little zip file, and this basically is a now playing sort of slate for Spotify. Okay, so it's the same as live timing and those sorts of guys. We're just going to extract it here in place. And then I'm going to grab that and go to program files with it and paste it in there. So that's really where everything like this should be. And then for easy access, we're going to go into the folder and we're going to right click Songify and we're going to pin it to the taskbar. Right, so then the next one we need to install is Discord. So we're not actually going to use our normal Discord account for this because typically you'd be using that on your sim PC. So what's involved here is having a second email address so that you can create a second account. Doesn't have to be anything in particular. It can be like, you know, an ISP email address that you've got redirected, or, you know, just one that you've got somewhere that you don't use for regular mail. That's fine, as long as it's different to your other one, of course, in Discord. And the purpose for this is that this is how we're capturing our microphone volume so that we can use the Discord overlay in the stream. So basically we're going to make a user that's labelled with your name and says that they're live, automatically bringing it through then in the way that the stream's all set up. So yeah, we're not, I'll be logged in here as, oh yes I am already as the stream server, so if I click that, that's putting this stream online. Create your second account in Discord. Yeah, just let me know once you've done that and the username. So once you've done that and invited them to the server, that is, get them on the SSR server, and then let me know so that I can set the permissions. for that user. So that's Discord. Spotify. So this is what I'm using to play the music and give the now playing and the waiting screens. If you don't have a Spotify subscription, say a similar thing would work, but you need to be able to show the now playing, because I've got a little spot for that. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to log into Spotify. Still talking to the video, mate. What happened there? Log in, goddamn you. Oh. Alright, and it's just one little thing to set here is if you edit your preferences, hammer on into here, and we're going to show advanced settings. We're going to change our, make sure that we're starting with minimized automatically after you log into the computer. Training, no, WOMP server. So WOMP server is doing our live timing screen, which you might have seen the standings that I've got in the We'll Be Right Back, and thanks for watching. You can get standings in there, or you get a little bit of YouTube video. So this is just an Apache server, basically, web server. So just okay there. It's a pretty basic installer again. Takes a little bit because it's pretty much a little Linux distribution, so it's dropping a lot of stuff on there. So we're actually going to trim this down when we reboot the computer and come back. WOMP server will get a little bit of a trimming up. Nearly done. Oh man. Alright, so it's probably worth doing, actually. Set a browser. If you use something different, the Internet Explorer. Actually, forget it. No, just click no on both of them. Who even cares? We're only copying some files onto there and then using that stuff. It'll do a little bit more crap at it too, so that's the other thing that we need. If we want camera 2, if you're not going to use a camera 2, then you don't need the sim at all. This is purely because I like to be flashy and have camera 2 as well, but it is a cool little addition. So it's just standard iRacing download, nothing special. We'll install that next after the WOMP server's done. And what we're going to do is just get the required updates from there, and I'm actually going to copy all of my content across from the sim PC. Corey's running yellow flags, I see, while we're waiting for WOMP to finish. Turning left, running yellow flags. Looks like fun, bro. Alright, WOMP's done, beautiful. So next and finish. Then what do we got? We've got iRacing coming. Auto hotkey, we'll squeeze that in. We'll probably even squeeze voice meter in before iRacing's done. So auto hotkey, just double click. It's just it's a scripting program. So think of voice attack without the voice command ability. Just allows you to map hotkeys, but it does it really efficiently. You can actually do some really cool stuff with it, like build graphic user interfaces and all sorts of things. So this one just looks a little bit different. I don't think there's any point doing custom, no. So we just do an express install. It's a 64-bit program these days, and yeah. Alright, and then we can just exit that one, that's it. Voice meter, just here. We're going to unzip that one. And then we're just going to give it a double click and run it. And install just here. Looks very similar to VB audio cable. They work together okay, so yeah, I haven't seen any dramas with it yet. Great little bit of gear. Alright, so that's iRacing. We'll just get it started as well. Alright, voice media must reboot. That's fine. We're going to do that in a moment after we've installed iRacing. Alright, so I'm sure we're all pretty familiar with this one. It's obviously got a few different pop-ups. It has already been on this PC, so I don't think we'll get a pop-up for Easy Anti-Cheat. Probably get one for the VC redistributables, I'm not 100% sure. So we're also not going to bother running graphics config or anything. This is just sort of for the completeness of the notes that I've got that you've been seeing me read off of. Alright, so DirectX updates, This is why it's handy to reinstall it sometimes if you think your monitors or your VR's starting to do weird shit, because it always puts the DirectX components back in that iRacing want there. So like for me, I've been starting to grab a couple of other things. I bought R-Factor the other day, so if it started acting up, I would have reinstalled it after that. So we should get, I think, 2 more from memory, unless it knows they're already there. Yep, no, it's just going to finish off. So yeah, you can get any number of windows in there. Yeah, you just obviously follow your nose through them. We all know what the installer's like there. So that's everything installed. Because of voice meter and VB audio cable, I'm going to reboot and come back. So I will see you guys in a moment. Right, I'll be back.